In front of 24 Furnace Ave, the applicant and representative here.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Mr. Duca, my name is Jim Edwards. I'm with Home Connecticut Architects. I'm here tonight representing Peter Lavin, a local Quincy businessman who would like to construct a less than or under 2,000 square foot utility building on 24 Furnace Avenue for his construction company. We are coming before you because it's in a floodplain and we need a special permit for this. Kind of lying short of it.
Is he gonna be doing like work on his trucks inside the building and stuff? That's a good idea too. The neighborhood, there's a couple of residences there. She built that a long time ago, but, I'm voting in favor, and I think there's plenty of room down there. It'd be nice to see if he's gonna be working on some of those trucks and get some of them put away in the garage. It'd be nice anyway. It'd be a nice fit down there. I don't have any questions. Any questions?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to let the board know that I work with the architect in my office. They made the building, kept it small, has a minimal impact on the coastal flood.
Any questions?
I have no questions.
Mr. Rouse? Mr. Chin?
One question, how long has Mr. Levin been there at that location?
He purchased the property in 2012. He's been through the Conservation Commission, which approved the project, and he's kind of getting his, he's got a yard in Dorchester now, and he has to move out of that, so he's getting his construction documents together. He'd like to build it as soon as possible. It's it.
I know he's owned it for 3 years.
Yes.
Can you at least clean the property up? He's got more stuff. There's garbage, there's trash, there's chairs, there's,
Currently,
yeah. As of 2 weeks ago, I went to look at it.
I will tell you,
I mean, it's gonna take a while.
within the week, that will be cleaned up.
I mean, it's gonna take at least till springtime before he starts in the ground, I'm sure. I mean, I'd be a little upset if I was a neighbor. There's a little bit of everything there. Trash, I think there's a boat, an old car, trucks.
Trucks along the side of the road, right?
I'm in favor of the project. It would be nice to
Clean it up.
do a little cleanup first.
We'll make sure that happens. Guaranteed.
Thank you.
I do have 4 letters from people.
Yeah, okay, if you got them, that'd be great.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Is there anyone who'd like to speak in favor? Anyone want to speak in favor? First call?
I didn't swear in, but I will speak in favor if you want. Can I swear in now?
Yeah, come on up. Swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, self good.
I do.
Name and address?
My name is James Devine. I live at 117 Cross Street. I moved in there in about 2005. My property does not directly abut, but the city property is right there behind him. The property owner prior to him actually left that place a complete mess. Machines, old machines leaking, all types of things. When he came in, they cleaned it up, they moved stuff around, spread out. It seems pretty clean to me. I like them, they're quiet, I don't really hear much noise coming out of there, except for normal business hours. I think it'd be a nice addition to the neighborhood to have a proper building there. Like somebody was saying, so that when you're working on the machines, it's not working outside. Whereas the previous owner used to just make all sorts of noise and weird stuff and leaking. So I think it's definitely very good for the area. I consider myself to be a very big voice for that area at the bottom of Furnace Brook, Cross and Miller. I plan on living there for the rest of my life, so I think it's definitely a good thing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is there anyone else like to speak in favor? Second call? Third call. Public hearing closed. Is there correspondence?
How about someone opposed?
Haven't got there yet. Okay, you got all the time in the world. I'll get it to you, I promise you. I have a letter here from DPW, DBA, October 14, 2015, 24 Furnace Ave, case number 15-056. We reviewed the submittal of the buffer exchange project. Our comments are as follows. Submit a stormwater report explaining how the surface runoff will be disposed and treated. The report should include the maintenance of the proposed drainage structure and pump series storage calculations. 2, apply stormwater connection permit from the Department of Public Works before construction. 3, we request an INV out from the chambers to be 45 and the outlet pipe from the chamber to be 8 inches in diameter. 4, consultant confirm with Woodward and Curran for the proposed width of drain easement. 5, install stone or concrete survey monuments to delineate the public right of way. The monument shall be set by a professional land surveyor and be installed prior to acceptance of as-built plan. 6, upon completion of this project, as-built plan showing utility, building footprint, reference bounds, benchmarks, defining the total site facilities right of ways need to be submitted along with a digital file. The as-built plan shall be stamped and signed by a professional land surveyor. Is there anyone opposed or undecided? Opposed or undecided? Step forward, state your name and address for the record, please.
Name is Joseph Valente. I own the property at 32 Furnace Avenue, adjacent to 20 Furnace Avenue. I've owned this property since 1981. And I have been flooded out twice in that period of time. And prior to Mr. Lavin buying the property, Mr. Visa owned it, and we always had a problem with Mr. Visa. Extending his use of the land, dumping oil onto the properties from the trucks and creating a real problem. Back then when the Sheets was, Mr. Mayor Sheets was the mayor, he made Mr. Visa put a fence up, fencing his property to keep everything within his own property. And now Mr. Lavin has taken over. I've written to the mayor twice, 2013 and again September 9, 2015. And I wrote, I said, on February 23rd, I wrote you a letter concerning the deplorable conditions that existed at the above-mentioned project. Since the owner has removed the fencing of his property, because Sheets had it, required the previous owner to have it, he has spread his operation out, brought in all sorts of construction equipment, fill, and chambers, storm drainage chambers, and rebar material, and way out beyond the property limits that he owns. And also there is a shack in the front of the building, in the front of the property, that has deplorable. And I know, I've had a lot of conversations with Mr. Tom Curran of Woodward, Tom Russo, Woodward and Curran. He's been down, he's made pictures of the property, he's gone to the mayor's office, brought all this information to them, to try to get them to clean it up and bring all their stuff within their property limits. And that shack that's out front, I just heard a week or two ago, is on city property. And I think Tom Russo has spoken to Mr. Duke about that.
So I'm talking, spoke to Tom.
And the thing is just a shack and a huge hole in the roof. It just deteriorates the whole neighborhood. I'm not opposed to the building of the garage. What I'm opposed to is the way this guy is taking over the whole property, which is city property.
Just the new guy, since the new guy took over.
And this is the same thing. I'm requesting that part of his building, that he has to fence in his property, and stay within the limits of his property. And also the structure in the front of the building be demolished. I have a couple of pictures here. In fact, The mayor's office has more pictures than I sent to you. And then,
That stockade fence is all torn down now?
yep, gone.
Because I didn't see it when
And here's pictures of the shack that's out front. Right now, there's a huge 40-foot trail on our property, a couple of big excavating equipment, trucks, and all sorts of excavated materials. That's not within his property. It's outside his property.
Is it on your property?
No. My property is all fenced in since I took over in 1982.
Is that stuff on city property?
Yes. On city property, in fact, I don't know if you have a plot plan.
Yeah.
You can see that his property is approximately 50 by 170 feet. That Mr. Lavin owns.
Right.
And he's spread out all the way across that whole area which the city of Quincy owns. I'd like to see conditions attached to this before the board. And by granting him it.
Yeah. Your existing property down there is 8,271 square feet. Now you're requesting, so you're buying the piece next to you?
It's been purchased.
Right, this, if you could step up so we get this all together here, because. Is this the piece you're buying? Or you buy something
We bought a piece,
of this?
a sliver of that.
So you 4,000 square feet, somewhere like that.
4,250.
And the fence, that was the demarc, the old property.
Mhm.
So we was kind of falling down because he bought that property. My lot.
So, okay, fine. It is, so that, and that building out, that's not driven down anything, right?
I'm not sure what happens, but you know, how old is it, but that property is all the way down at the city. I think that, it's where we could scream.
So you bought
Next
this
to
here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I don't see any.
And you can see the increase in his property right here, it says, but I said there has to be a piece of property next door that he bought, despite it wasn't on the plot plan.
And then the
Since you're giving it
fence,
to us.
the fence here, that's what the city owns.
Mhm.
That's been taken down.
I don't know nothing about that.
He did buy this property, so he's got this just exactly the way he got it. And that building's coming down.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. You gonna fence this, re-fence this?
Very fenced in.
Re-fence the whole, we'll put that in there, right? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Is there anyone else opposed or undecided? Opposed or undecided? Second call, third call, call upon the hearing closed. That's clear the way, just so everyone knows, you can see this is the new piece of property that he bought. If you see his paperwork, it said 8,000, then it went up to 12,000. And surprised it was